Hello, and welcome to another Tristan Has Thoughts Destiny 2 discussion. Over the last week and a half, I've had multiple chances to clear Spire of the Watcher. I've done many full clears, lots of boss checkpoints, and even mastered to get the catalyst for my hierarchy of needs. I've even finished my solo, unfortunately not flawless, but that will come soon. It's safe to say I've put a lot of time into this new dungeon, and I personally think it's one of the better dungeons we have gotten. My appreciation begins with how mastery and understanding of the encounter and mechanics can lead to faster and faster clears. A big reason I didn't enjoy duality as much was how long it felt before you got to a damage phase. The standard mechanic requires you to ring the bell twice and plant the standards before a DPS phase can begin. On top of that, you have enemies to kill to be able to use the bells on both sides. Forcing everyone to group up before realm changes also tends to make the encounter feel longer. Spire, on the other hand, lets you get to DPS quick with good mastery. Know the cable placements well, you can easily get to a DPS phase in 1 to 2 minutes. I think another aspect I enjoy is the increased boss health numbers. None of these bosses are easily one-phased. Good groups who push their limit to coordinate buff stacking and whatnot will see noticeably more damage. 3 phases can become 2 phases, which can become 1 phase with extreme goblining. It's refreshing to fight bosses that don't fall over as soon as 3 linears are pointed at them. Aesthetic-wise, I don't find it that interesting. I had a similar feeling with duality. Nothing really stands out to me other than the sense that you are climbing the tower, which they did do well. Visually, this year's dungeons I have found lacking in comparison to past dungeons, and hopefully our future dungeons are a little more visually interesting. Despite this dungeon having nothing to do with Tex Mechanica and Cowboys, I do really like the weapons and armor. I think the weapons will generally be sought after, and the armor already has people chasing it. The 2 reissued weapons I will be making a separate video on, as I feel they actually take away from the dungeon. Seriously, the weapons from the dungeon feel great. I have the long-arm scout rifle with subsistence and dragonfly, and it goes extremely hard. The reusing of the Garden boss model really doesn't bother me either. I've always felt the 3rd encounter Garden boss was the best part of the raid, so seeing a similar boss in a 3-man activity doesn't faze me much. Allows players who don't normally raid to experience something from a raid, even if just a small part of it. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Are you enjoying Spire of the Watcher? Do you feel it could stand to have a few more mechanics, or maybe be a little bit longer? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. As usual, I'll be keeping my eye on the comments section. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, as I will be posting daily uploads similar to these, and if you like the video, be sure to give it a like. Remember, every time this video gets a like, a capybara gets a big scritch.